Good morning, everybody. Sorry, my last little bit of typing. Hi. How are you? I am on. Well, I woke up extra early, so here's my mug for today. This is my. I don't know if you have a tumbler that's like this big here, this big. If it's one of those size tumblers, does that count as 2 cups of coffee or one? It was 1 tumbler of coffee, but probably 2 full cups worth. So if we're counting that, then this is number 5. That's not normal for me. So I may be a little talkative today. Totally out of the out of the norm for me. Okay, my hair is a hot mess. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Daisy. She woke up super early this morning. It was one of those things where it was like a few minutes after 5, and I was like, well, I may as well just wake up, because by the time I take her outside and she goes to the bathroom and then we come back in and she settles down and I settle back down, it's gonna be time for me to wake up anyway. So have you ever been there? Do you feel my pain? So anyway, so cheers to you. I will say, full disclosure, the coffee pot, it's been so long, coffee pot turned off. I saved this last little bit and I just put it in the microwave, so it's probably gonna be really nasty. Go ahead.
Well, so I have the equivalent for me. So Amy, 5 cups of coffee. I am drinking Coca-Cola. When Diet Coke just won't do it, and you need that bump of sugar, Coca-Cola, I'm loving it. No, wait, I don't even know what their slogan is now.
I don't know.
The real thing. It was the real thing.
Yeah.
But I'd like to teach.
That was, I love that commercial when it came on.
That was like we were 4 years old. But anyway, what do I call this?
Full
high test.
High test, yeah.
I call this high test as if like it's the high octane, because it's that dog.
I know. Could you do me a giant favor, love of my life, sweet, handsome husband?
Could you do me a giant favor, love of my What?
Could you put this in for 30 more seconds?
Yes.
Once I add the creamer, it cooled it off. Anyway, okay, so good morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Allow me to get your coffee for you, dear.
Today is July 8th. Had to look because I don't know, because I never know what day it is, except that it's Monday. That means it's coffee time.
Monday.
Means that it's cuckoo crazy at the Kidwell house. We have dogs all over the place. We do have a good show for you, though, today. We got lots of fun stuff to talk about. Of course, as always, if you've got questions, let us know. A good hello to, well, it is a good hello, but a big hello to everybody. I know I missed a lot of you, so let me pop in. Allie, good morning to you, Allie and Easton. Lizzie Tales, Lisette, good morning. I really want that mug. And you want this mug? Oh, wait, it's over there. Kim, you want that mug? Where did I get that mug? It says be kind on it. I don't remember where I got it. I'll look it up for you, Kim. You leave it to me. Good morning, Allison. Hey, neighbor. John and Pam Hickman. I don't see Pam yet, but I'm sure she's with you somewhere. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Julie, hot cup. Yeah, you want this one? I'm going to be honest. I may have gotten this at Target. It looks like one of those that I just kind of grabbed. Anyway, Julia, good morning. Susie Q, good morning. And Geraint, good afternoon, late morning to you. Jay, I think, Jay says, Coke. Thank goodness it's not Pepsi. Right? I'm with you. Good morning, Gary Wandry. All right. So hello, everybody. So yes, Eric and I are now fueled, to start our Monday. It's going to be a busy week. I did not have time to clean the background, so you're seeing real life. You're seeing the dog bones over on that side and whatever. Anyway, so we wanted to say, I hope you guys had a happy 4th. So we want to hear all about what you guys did. I know last time when we were here, we were talking about plans for the 4th, but you guys tell us kind of a little bit what you did. We'll tell you what we did here a little bit later. Eric's holding his ear.
Amy, I'm standing on the other side of the counter where we have several items of breaking news, but the first one is because I'm Poppy. And you started talking about the 4th of July, and I just want to get right to the baby news, so I'm going baby news. Just deal with it.
Just do you want me to push it, or you got it?
You can push it. I mean, come on. Come on. Do you see why I had to break in for that?
Come on. So, oh my God, guys, how does one function with this cuteness around you, yet not within arm's reach of accessibility 24/7? Do you buy a big house where your entire family can live together, like in a compound?
We kind of almost did, but they moved
They're
out
not.
anyway.
They're not having it anyway. Oh my gosh! So first of all, what you can't tell. Oh my God, these pictures. What you can't tell. Yes, please let the dogs out because they're gonna, do their thing.
The answer to the question is Eric.
That's too funny. So what you can't tell in the pictures is that they have on matching bathing suits. Easton on the left has his little brown swimming trunks on and his little sleeveless hoodie kind of shirt. Oh my God, surfer dude. And then of course they had to throw in the hat and the glasses. Melt my heart. And then there's little Miss Elsie Mae over there with her little flower sunglasses. So stinking cute. And she has a little matching one-piece bathing suit on that matches Easton's. And then a little cover up, and then she put on those cute little sandals and the little bonnet, the little hat. All of that is obviously for just for the fit, as the kids call it, because the shoes obviously don't function when you're just a baby and you just got those cute toes. Anyway, so aren't they adorable? So I just have to share them with you. You guys have been with us through this whole entire fun journey, from finding out when they were pregnant to going through the pregnancy, going through the deliveries, the crazy deliveries. So we just love to keep sharing that with you. Do we have other news? You know what we didn't put on here?
What?
No.
Oh, yeah. I think let's talk about that next week. I want to do a big thing.
Okay.
I didn't get permission.
Okay. All right. We'll have to get permission. Okay, sorry, little sidebar over there. Okay, we know a secret. Okay, anyway, so good morning again. Yeah, those baby pictures are so stinking adorable. Eric and I don't know what we were doing, but we went out somewhere at Winter Garden Village, and then he's like, if you want to go into Carter's, it's okay. And I'm like, well, you don't have to ask Mimi twice if she wants to go into Carter's. So we went in, and then, of course, right in front were the matching, boy-girl versions of the cute little outfit. So anyway, so we bought them. They were very kind and appeased us by bringing the babies in their little outfits. Obviously, they did not really go out of the pool at all. They just kind of mostly, I had a little setup here inside so that they could stay in the AC, and then we kind of had them out, on the covered lanai for a little bit. But it was a lot of fun. So we'll kind of talk about that a little bit more later. But yeah, we had to definitely share those photos with you because, inquiring minds want to know, right? Anyone that I did not get a chance to say hello to, I'm going to say it real fast, and we're going to move on. Amy, good morning. Rosemary, hey, Rosemary. Oh, wait, she said she went to Alexander Springs, was so great, and it rained on us, so cool, raining down and up at the same time. Oh, cool. Raining up and down at the same time. Yeah. That's so cool. Oh, I bet you guys had a good, relaxing visit. You should tell me all about it later. Rosemary's my hero, by the way. I want to be her when I grow up. Rachel, good morning, and Deborah. Yes, I think that they are adorable as well, and I'm glad you spent some time at the beach. It's one of my big, I don't say it's a regret, but one of the things I miss a lot. I grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and the beach was a big part of my life, like all the time. In high school, that's where we were. That's where you would go. You'd hang out with friends. You'd spend the weekends there. During the summer, you just there every day. It was like what are you doing today? Well, why did you ask? We're going to the beach. So I miss that a lot. I really miss sand. And I know, yes, I know. Stop it. I hear all of you going, Amy, you live in Florida. I know, but life is different now. We don't live on the beach. And I kind of miss having it kind of right there, just 2 miles down the road from me. So anyway, I missed that, but I'm glad other people got to go out and spend some time at the beach. Honestly, now that I'm older, I don't know that I could handle it. I don't know if I could handle the beach and all the people at the moment, but as a kid, loved it all the time. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about our What's Brewing topics today. We have a lot of fun stuff. Okay, so our brewing topics for today are Hurricane Beryl at the Crossroads and Stay in Your Lane. So yes, I know you're probably wondering what the heck we're talking about. So we're going to talk about Hurricane, is it Beryl? Beryl? Or it's Beryl or Beryl?
Yes.
Beryl?
Like Beryl.
Beryl, okay. Like a...
Yes,
That's
like
weird.
Beryl, but Beryl.
Yep. So interestingly, so this was video from KHOU Houston at 7:30 this morning, which was 6:30 their time. So Hitland is Category 1 hurricane. Main concern now is the flooding. We actually have some friends. How far is this from Tammy?
I mean, it's hitting right. She's in Corpus Christi. So
Yeah, she's in Corpus Christi.
South of where it hit.
All right. Well, I don't know that Tammy's Joy does on here, but I know Susan does. And
power play out.
Yeah, I need to check on her today. But yeah, we have a friend that lives in Corpus Christi. I'll say I'm glad that my son doesn't live in Texas anymore. Not that it would matter. I'm just saying I'm glad he doesn't live in Texas anymore. I'm glad he's in Virginia. But for all of you, anybody that knows anybody in that area, it's just another sign of two things. Number one, hurricanes are a part of Mother Nature's necessity sometimes.
Wrath.
What happens, I was gonna say the wrath, but I didn't know if that was a little morbid. I didn't want to go that way. Right. But it's also somebody was not visible at this particular hurricane in preparation for news coverage.
Right, true.
So Jim Cantori was not there. So we all know that that's how you judge the impending severity of a storm. Is where he goes. Now, he didn't retire, did he? Did he just not go because
it wasn't going to be
they knew it wasn't going to be a major event? Okay. Well, here's the thing. So that's, because it's a B, I'm guessing that's number 2, right? So, so we have to, hopefully we won't have a lot in the alphabet this year, but we are going to be approaching that. So it's, again, something that we just had the hurricane preparedness not too long ago, like the week that you were supposed to go out and, yeah, go ahead.
Just one of our ancestors did something to someone whose name started with I, because so we don't worry until it's the I hurricane.
I know,
because Isabel,
Irma, and Ian.
All whenever it's an I storm, that seems to be the one, and not I, like the letter I.
The I. Well,
so
but what's funny is Isabel was when we lived in Virginia, and that was the worst hurricane that we've lived through.
That's what I'm saying. That it's the eyes stalk us.
Yeah, but I was in Virginia, and then Isabel and Ian were here in Florida. But interesting. Anyway, yeah. So, Tracy says my in-laws live in the Woodlands north of Houston. Spoke to them yesterday, and they were bracing for the flooding. That's always the scary part of it. Bad. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, Tracy. Keep us updated. Let us know how they're doing, and making sure everybody is safe and healthy and. It's just honestly, it's very scary. Anytime there's a storm anywhere, we know that some people take it seriously, some people don't, and some people become very complacent with it, and sometimes they have to remember that some of the bigger damage is after the storm is gone sometimes, and things like that. You're smiling over there. Do you need something?
No, stupid joke in my own head.
Anyway, all right, we're going to move on. So our brew, actually, I wanted to go back. Where's Deb's comment? Here. Deb says, love Carters. My daughter modeled for them when she was a toddler. Really, Deb? Oh, my gosh. Well, I think if anyone is looking for any baby models, we have a beautiful baby boy and a baby girl that I think would just steal the show. So I'm just saying.
I have to go to one thing, just because it's so stupid. But we're talking about flooding in Houston, and you're like, what are you laughing about? I didn't want people to think I was over there laughing about flooding in Houston.
No.
Melody Froman's there. Hi, Melody Froman. And when I see your name, Melody Froman, I think, you're Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago, which is from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's why I was over there laughing, because of Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago.
Can we start a GoFundMe campaign for me?
No.
I have to live with this brain.
Do you live with someone with a weird brain that just thinks of stupid stuff all day long? In the arms.
Stop it! Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on. So our second brewing topic. Oops. What is it? Hold on. Is at the Crossroads. All right. So the Crossroads. So if you watched our, was it the Sunday Drive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see again. What day is it? If you had watched the Sunday Drive that aired yesterday, it was about the Crossroads. And it's about, last week we kind of talked about a new community that was going to be popping up by Pulte, that is right over onto the Lake County line, right back there behind Wincy Groves, which is where we have a listing coming available here pretty soon. Or actually, it's on the market now. Well, I can say it now. I can say it. Anyway, so the video, actually, I'm going to go ahead and push some of that video. So this is some drone video that Eric did. There it is. You can see Parkside Trails. You can see to the left, you see where that little pin drop is Silverleaf. So this is, if you see, there's like a tree line. I can't really point to it on the screen, but right in front of Parkside Trails, there's that little tree hedge line. If you continue that, that is the Orange County, Lake County line. Now, as we drove to the end of that road, this was over that little berm, so we couldn't drive through it, but you can see on the other side of it via drone, this is where that road is. So you can see that there's, I mean, look at all of this beautiful land that is just going to be, I mean, look, there's the roads there. You've got Parkside Trails there. You've got Silverleaf. This is looking at it from the other direction, by the way. Anyway, so that's a pretty interesting Sunday drive that we did. So if you are so inclined, or if you did not watch it, that might be helpful. You know what's really fun? The other day, I have some new clients that was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. That I don't know what day it is. I think it was yesterday morning. They had reached out and had a couple of questions, and we chatted for a little bit, and then they called me back and said they were in a quandary because they had talked to another realtor, but they didn't know what they were going to do, and they were thinking about doing some other things and going in a different direction. And as we were chatting, I just said, well, if you're working with someone, I can only limit it with what information I can provide you. And they're like, well, we haven't signed anything. We're like literally just reached out to them once. So anyway, long story short, talked to them, and they had only seen like one or two of our videos randomly that had popped up. And so yesterday, after they decided they wanted me to help them through the process, we did the property search. And I sent them some options, and I said, have you seen this Sunday drive or that Sunday drive? And they're like, no. And so I sent them a whole, like an email with like 4, 5, 6 different links to home video tours of specific floor plans that are for sale that might be good for them, a couple of the Sunday drives to kind of help acclimate, because they were kind of focused on one specific area. And I asked, because they're moving from Nevada, and I said, so why that area? Like, is there something specific about that area, that spot that feels like home to you? Because I knew of a couple things that were like right around the corner. So anyway, point is, it's really nice to be able to go through these videos, just like the one we just showed you on Crossroads, to help you get acclimated to kind of the area that's around you, the area that I say that we work, but where we typically have clients that are looking to either move to or are selling in this area. So those are great videos to help supplement and to help acclimate, I think. So anyway, so thank you guys for watching them. If you didn't watch that one should be, I don't know if it's a fun one. I don't ever think our videos are fun, but maybe you do. I don't know. But
I think the delta, as they say, between what we think is entertaining, like we very often, I thought that was a good Sunday drive. I did.
Yeah.
Mostly, I think we think I'm dumb, and no, But Geraint and Jane pointed out that you said it's over there. You should have said yonder.
Yonder.
Meaning they clearly paid attention to the Sunday drive.
Did. All right. I love it. See? Okay. You guys are the best. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So that is the Crossroads. So definitely watch that, because it really is another, I think it's going to be a huge, all of those roads connecting are game changers to bridge Lake County and Orange County. To get that section of Lake County over here to Disney's backyard is a hop, skip, and a jump. Or it's a crossroads. It's right there. And where that crossroads is, if you watch that video, we really do kind of show you, because we've driven down it. Remember, guys, that area was the bumpity bump. Those of you that are diehard people that remember way back when the bumpity bump road where we were going through, then it became paved. Now it's all the way through. People are driving on it every day. Now there's a stoplight, that road at Schofield and Avalon, big times, right? But at that crossroads where you turn, and we talk about Ridge View, now you can see, if you were to keep going straight in one direction, that takes you to Heartwood Landing and Heartwood Marsh Road, and then the other one kind of is going to take you down again past to some new communities and down past Wincy, which takes you out to that new Independence Parkway. It's like, it's cuckoo crazy, y'all. What, honey?
Amy, Elsie is watching Coffee Time. I'll bring it over there so we can see the thing better, because I can't tell.
What are you doing? What's happening?
Elsie's watching Coffee Time. She's
Oh,
watching her Mimi.
What did I do?
Here, go back to your solo shot.
Solo shot.
I
Okay.
thought I did already.
Oh, that's so sweet. Elsie is watching Mimi. Oh, I love her so
So
much.
you may speak to her right now.
Hi, Elsie. Hi, my bright eyes. I call her bright eyes because her eyes are like, kapow.
Accurate, yeah.
Wow. Allie, is Easton watching Mimi?
Easton doesn't care.
Easton doesn't
He's like, whatever, dude. He's studying his
my
calculus because he's a genius.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, so well, I don't even know where I was. You see, you got me back into baby mode.
You were wrapping up the Windsor Grove thing.
Yeah. Getting ready to go to the third thing, which is stay in your lane. Okay, so this is one I've been wanting to talk about.
She says Easton was watching last week, but today he's watching his Bumblebee.
His Bumblebee. That's okay. He loves that Bumblebee.
Hey, full credit. I'd watch the Bumblebee too.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the stay in your lane. So this actually is prompted. I've been telling Eric, when we're out and about and we're talking and we're chatting, I'm like, oh, that'd be a good topic, or that's something we should mention. Because everything that we do is something that can be a lesson. It could be information to help you, whether it's to help explain things, not to you specifically, but to people, to help explain things, to help, understand what's to be expected, to give some of that transparency, and to be able to explain some of the things from the other perspective, from the realtor's perspective. And so the stay in your lane honestly was prompted by a couple of frustrations on my part. So I'm going to vent. Are you ready for our therapy session? Okay. So the first is I once had a client that, it's been a while back, but obviously it stuck with me. I had a client that, when clients are starting the process, if they're not pre-approved, I have some lenders that I typically will recommend that my clients reach out to. Love those lenders dearly. They're all fantastic. I don't want to give you just one choice. I always want to give you a couple of choices, or three choices in this matter. But anyway, they reached out to a lender, and then the clients reached back out to me. And they're like, oh, okay, well, so-and-so said I should be looking in this area, and this area, and this area. And I'm like, what? And I was like, so the lender started to give real estate advice as to communities. That was a big frustration for me, because I know from the realtor's perspective what my client was looking for. Those areas did not provide that. So anyway, it was a really tiny little thing, but it frustrated me. And I was like, just, lenders, I love you. And this is not targeted at one lender specifically, but the whole point of stay in your lane is let that person do their job in their area of expertise. I would never tell a client what loan structure is going to be best for their situation. Oh no, because that is absolutely not my area of expertise, which is why I have fantastic lenders that I refer to all the time, because I know they do have that expertise. So yeah, in that particular case, I was like, well, those are great communities to consider, but here's a challenge. And now that we have the pre-approval, we know the amount, I got it. So that was just a little tiny thing. Then the other day, true story, this is funny. So we have one of our listings. The HOA called me directly because my name was or phone number was on the sign. So they called, and they were very nice. They're like, hey, this is the HOA for blah, blah. They're like, we just wanted to let you know that your sign is not in compliance with our covenants, and we just, we need you to have a different kind of sign. This is normal. This is common in real estate. So by the way, all of you listening, side note, do your realtor a favor. If you're going to sell your home, find out what your HOA requires. The big traditional sign is the big wooden one that has the arm out and then the sign swings. That's what is normal. But there are a lot of HOAs that they don't want that big sign. They want the smaller one that just pushes down into your yard. That's totally fine too. So I have both so that I can accommodate both versions of HOAs. And I even have some specific custom signs for some communities that they require their own sign be made, which is stupid, but whatever. But yeah, so anyway, so I had the wrong sign up. I said, I'm so sorry, absolutely not a problem. We'll get that swapped out for you right away. Then she goes, oh, and by the way, like how much is that house? What is the price on that house? And so I told her, and she goes, oh, well, that's just too low. And I went, no, it's not. It's like priced really well. And she's like, oh, well, just things in this neighborhood. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like we know our job, HOA lady. Like
you're wrong.
You're wrong.
The HOA president is wrong. Wait, okay, that's another movie reference.
Oh my
in the
God,
comments, what is that? No, he's wrong. Okay, it's probably not a good impression.
I don't even know.
But she's wrong.
We
are right. That house is priced very well.
No, well, then that's the thing. I mean, I just feel like we take really good pride in the work that we do on our listings to price them well, even if they, even in this market, you're like, I can't believe it. The house is still priced well. The house is priced well. It is firmly planted in reality and reaching above. That's all I want for my sellers, is to get you the maximum price where we still have our feet planted in the realm of reality. That's our goal. Anyway, it just cracked me up that she's like, "Oh, that's too low." And I'm like, "Well, first of all, no, it's not. And secondly, like, your HOA fees are too high. Like, come on." Anyway.
Nice. By the way, 3 people so far, maybe more now. Hold on.
Oh, someone said my cousin
4
Vinny.
different people. That's what it was.
My cousin Vinny, my cousin Vinny, my cousin Vinny, my cousin Vinny. I loved my cousin
Does the defense's case hold water? No, the defense is wrong. Okay.
What's her name?
Mira Sorvino.
Okay, so No, it's not it. No.
Why did I think Mira Sorvino?
What's her name? That's not her. That's not it. Someone say the name of the female in there. Your dad. I remember your dad when we were dating. We may have been married. I don't remember. But when we watched that movie with your parents, you don't remember this, but I do.
Okay.
And he said that I looked like her.
A little bit. Not a little bit.
Who is it? What's her name? Someone say her name. You were all so quick to jump on the mic.
Now it's bothering me because
I know we're not moving on until someone tells us the name.
I ruined it.
It's not. No.
Oh, Marissa
Tomei. No.
Yes, it is 1,000%.
Is it?
Marissa.
Is it? Okay.
Believe me, I know it's Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, they're all chiming in. Okay. Well, anyway, some people say I or his dad said I look like her, and I remember. What are you doing?
I'm looking to see how the ticker's going.
Oh. Eric just walks around. It is no wonder I cannot keep a train of thought. You're producing a show. Anyway.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
You know how many people couldn't do what I do?
Cooking in the kitchen. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna move on from Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny. How that went from stay in your lane. But anyway, point is,
how can someone so stocky and so bald be single? That's from Seinfeld.
That's from Seinfeld.
One of my favorite actresses. Okay. Anyway, Susie Q had a question, by the way.
Susie Q. Yeah, I think I saw that one from up here earlier. Yeah. All right, hold on. I can't see anything. It's just leave me alone. Explain homestead exemption filing timeline. We closed on end of December 2023 and applied 24 exemption. Our application was denied as the deed was notarized 1/9. That's the problem, Susie Q, is that when the deed is recorded is going to be a determining factor in that. So even though you own the property, I mean, you could call them and you could ask for clarification or for some sort of I don't know, variance or an exception or something. Not a variance, an exception. But you definitely have to have it filed by March 1st, okay? And you have to have owned the home on, you know what? That's why. Because you closed on December 23rd. Okay, make sure I get my dates right. So you closed in December, so you owned it in December, but the deed
so
was
the
not,
next filing deadline would be May or March, whatever it is.
Yes, it would be March. So she filed, but they're saying it was denied because the deed was notarized.
I wonder if they
1/9.
denied it for the previous year and now it will be accepted for the next year. You should call.
I would call them. I would just call and ask for clarification on that because you shouldn't have been denied because you owned the property as of January 1st.
Because the homestead office is wrong.
You're wrong. God, we are such goobers.
It's Coca-Cola and 5 cups of coffee.
Cheers. I know. And look, do you see how much I've already had of this one? Do you see? Like, I am just guzzling this stuff. Like, if I could just guzzle water the way I've guzzled this coffee, I'd be so healthy. Anyway, all right, let's move on. All right, so any other quick questions there? No, we're going to move on. Okay, so did we get all of that? We got all of our topics? We stayed in our lane?
Pam Hickman wants to know when we saw the 2 Utes go into the convenience store. Oh, I'm sorry, youths. Sorry, we're stuck on my cousin Vinny.
I was like, what are you talking about? All right, anyway, moving on. Okay, let's move on. Where are we moving on to, dear? Where do you want to go? Oh, we got to go to this one. What's next, though? Okay, so this is called an oleander caterpillar. If you have not seen one of these, I saw this yesterday. I was with Steele, my son-in-law. We went to go show a property yesterday afternoon, one of our listings. And this caterpillar was on the slider. And I've never seen this with all of the little hairs and everything all over it. Look.
And the shadow picture is like, it is bright red and black.
It is
a nope.
It is you didn't put the other picture of the one that I sent you. Okay. So this is called an oleander caterpillar. Now, First of all, it looks so weird. It looks like it's a car wash bristle brush. Is what it looks like. But Steele actually noticed it first. Like, he noticed it, and then he said he thought they were like poisonous or something, or that they had basically something of alert value in them, because he's familiar with them. And so he texted his dad. And ultimately, when we looked it up, it is called the oleander caterpillar. And and if Steele, if you're watching, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it doesn't necessarily like kill your pets, but if your pet consumes one of these caterpillars themselves have been known to eat plants and things that are poisonous that can also make your dogs or your pets sick. So anyway, this is an oleander caterpillar. Never seen one. Looks like a bristle brush if you ask me, but kind of cool and kind of creepy actually. It's got a pretty name though, the oleander caterpillar. But yeah, it definitely is a unique little critter. So welcome to Florida, my friends. Anyway, did somebody else, Jay's asking, how's your Chinese food?
That's more movie quotes.
You guys do not encourage this behavior. Now look at this biological clock. Okay.
And my biological clock is over here ticking.
What? You should have your own show, honey. You should do like stand up.
I every morning in the shower, world class entertainment. No one's there.
Yeah.
Amy runs screaming.
No, I do not. All right. Okay, moving on. All right, let's go. What else are we going to go to, dear? We have so much.
Kim just asked a question.
Yeah.
Well, it's a tip.
Yeah. Not a question, but a Florida tip. Learn to take a cooler with ice packs when you go to the grocery store in the summer. Heck yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. You know, Kim, like no joke, true story. I was thinking about doing things you need to know when you live in Florida. Like, for instance, I don't know where you live, but if you can do your laundry, if you can like wash a load on Tuesday evening and if you can wake up Wednesday morning and throw it in the dryer, you don't live in Florida. Because if you wash your clothes, you need to get them out of that washer and fully dry them immediately. Otherwise, they will be stanky. And it is just, in fact, it was funny. I think it was Steele. It was Steele I was talking to yesterday. We were talking about laundry, and that sometimes in their dryer they feel like it's still humid and like moist in there. I hate that word. But you have to, like, truly, first of all, you have to do like fewer clothes in a load. But absolutely 100%. If you are doing laundry, you just have to say, I'm doing laundry until this is completely dried in the dryer. Do not leave it in the washer for more than a couple hours. Do not leave it overnight. Make sure that when you put it in the dryer, you turn the dryer on and that you fully dry the clothes, because the humidity is just horrible. Anyway, so that's one thing you have to do. You're pacing. What's happening? What's happening over here?
Tracy had a question. Tracy had a question about the Sunday drive.
Actually, Enchanted Nomads. Oleanders are poisonous to pets. So if it... Yeah. Well, and you know what's funny is I actually reached out to my client who's selling it and asked if because she has dogs. But she said they actually just arrived like last year. Like, it was the first time she noticed them being out there anyway. But I'm glad other people have heard of them. What is all this stuff? I'm like, so here's the thing.
It's movie quotes, but Tracy Moore had a question specifically about the Sunday drive.
But you guys, I know, you guys are cute. You guys, yes, I see. Did you guys call 1-800-HONEY? No, we did not. Tracy, stop.
If you didn't watch the Sunday drive, you don't know.
Don't encourage this.
We were given the phone number, which is actually this.
Yes. You are.
But it's two numbers short, so we need two more numbers. 1-800-HONEY 24.
Yes, do not have people do that. Okay, we have
please don't call.
Mariana, love your Sunday drives. Question about Horizon West. What are your thoughts on the apartment buildings being built there? Would this impact real estate value in the area? Thank you. Well, first of all, I mean, everybody is kind of like, wow, there's a lot of apartments going up. There's a lot of townhouses. Obviously, if the demand is not there, then they wouldn't be giving us the supply. Our biggest, as a resident here in Horizon West, I think, and Eric, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think our biggest concern is not so much on the real estate, it's on the academic aspect and the schools, because you can create a community that has 50 houses in it, and of those 50 houses, you might have a few, or maybe even most that have kids. But if you have apartment complexes with 500 units and they have kids, I don't know that the schools have planned for that much growth. Even though, hands down, I have to give them credit for all of the schools that have been built and are still being built here in Horizon West. They are chasing it like crazy. But I having spoken to one of our former clients who's also happened to be a teacher, was it Publix? Somewhere we ran into her, Walmart
Shannon,
or something. Yeah. And she and that was really kind of the first time we kind of went, oh, I didn't think about it from that perspective, that the teachers are like, what they're not realizing is what a stress this is on the student body.
She had a number. She said the last apartment complex added 190 students to their school. 190
students to their school with the last apartment complex. Wow.
And so we have Atwater Bay Elementary opening up now. Yep. So I have a little bit of detail on this because so one of our former soccer mom people is the District 1 commissioner. And she pointed out that for 15 years before, like last year, they had not raised impact fees on the commission. So in other words, they have been required. Impact fees are like, if you want to build an apartment complex, you have to pay some additional tax to cover the infrastructure that it's going to cost the community to do things like schools and those things. They had not raised impact fees in 15 years. Her point now being, well, we're 15 years behind now on those impact fees. So when people say we need more infrastructure, we need that in, correct, we do, but I think we're gaining on it a little bit, and we have now started charging those developers more to come in and build that. And I just think, people want to live here. This is Disney's backyard. That's a phrase we coined, but it works for people in their brain because that's exactly what this
where we're
is.
Located,
So people from all over the place want, and it's the number one employer in the area. So there's lots of people that want to live there. They also raise their minimum wage at Disney. So things are more affordable, and apartments are more affordable now for people that want to live there and be close. So we're very popular. So hot right now.
Yeah, what he said. All right, where is the one you were talking about, like the minimum wage at Disney, and then that got me thinking about Disney. Where's the one for when you were at Walmart?
Oh, it's the Scoop.
Scoop. Okay, so we're gonna go to Scoop because that kind of ties in, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
Sorry, I was talking to Eric. So speaking of just kind of, what did I just do? Did I just mess something up?
Hold on.
I touched something. I don't know if from your end the screen got smaller, but from my end it did.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
no, it's not locked down.
He didn't lock it. It's his fault. There we go. There we go. Thank you,
We'll go back now.
Okay. There we go. Thank you, dear. So Eric ran to our Walmart here in Hamlin the other day. Hamlin, where's my Hamlin button? I don't know where it is. Anyway, he was there at Walmart, and he noticed that's where the Disney College program kids wait. You can see that Academy bus is one of their buses that's going to transport them to and fro, and that is that's just kind of live and in action. Live and in action it was at the time. That they just had done their Walmart trip. That all those Disney College program students got their various necessities and then went back. So it's just kind of fun little things that you see. And speaking of just the little fun little things that you see, let's go back to our listings. I'm going to talk about that a little bit because this is going to tie in. I'm going to go back. Where's Gary Wandry? I'm going to go back to Gary Wandry. Gary Wandry says, one of my neighbors has their house on the market and it hasn't occurred to them that they may have priced it too high. And then he says, in 6 months, they have not had any traffic. So, all of this, Gary, thank you for saying that. That's, not that that's a good thing. I wish that wasn't the situation for them. It's really about that realistic expectation. And every time in the year is a different market. It's very rare that things stay completely stagnant. That's why we do our market update, which we'll go to here in a minute. But, things change all the time, and we may be in a slow period. We may be in a really hot period. We may be low inventory. We could have an abundance of inventory. We could have interest rates. We could have those outside factors that are influencing how many people are willing and able, and that's the main thing, willing and able to buy, and how many people are willing and able, again, two important words, to sell. And there's so many factors, some that you can control and some that you can't. The one thing you can control is finding a realtor that's at least going to advise you and give you the proof. The proof is in the pudding. It is in that data. It is not in your dreams. And I say this all the time, perhaps I don't say it enough here. My job is to tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. And that's that transparency, I think, is really important. And I know that there have been times, and I can think of a couple right now, where we did not get the listing because the seller had an unrealistic expectation. And I would have, honestly, if they wanted me to list it at their price, I wouldn't have taken the listing anyway. But I know there are people that have a different expectation, and that's fine, because that just breaks my heart, though, that in 6 months it hasn't occurred to them maybe to readjust, perhaps.
Well, sometimes it's that they have to have a certain price.
True. True.
So we have a listing that's coming up where they need a certain price, which is on the fringe of it. It's still it's not in dreamland. It's in reality, but it's on the tippy top. Amy says she doesn't mind being on her tippy toes.
Yeah, I'll tippy toe reach. Yeah,
but sometimes they have to have that. But more often, it's just that they just throw a number at it. We work so hard on these numbers, and I wanted to just point out that on that graphic you called up, which you can call up again if you want to. You see 6 listings there. We're going to show you another one. We're going to show you that there's more coming. Yeah. So part of it is that we're doing a pretty good job of reaching out to the community and saying we're a great resource for listing, but it causes us no small amount of pressure that we've got that many listings, because we feel an obligation to our clients.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and
that's all I'd say. Yeah.
No, and here's the thing, and this is one of my biggest frustrations when we're talking to a client, and I know that there are realtors, I can guarantee to sell it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, you can't, because unless you are going to buy it yourself from your own bank account, you cannot guarantee anything. You just don't know who the buyer is that's out there. As a realtor, the only thing we can do is price it right and give it the maximum visibility that there is. And even then, things sometimes still are a little bit slow to go. So, excuse me.
I'll say something while you cough and hack it. So,
sorry.
Maybe next week we'll make this the prime coffee time topic, which is, I'm always surprised people haven't heard that phrase, but then I'm like, duh, because we're in real estate, so we talk about this stuff all the time. There are 3 things that you can that tell you if a house is overpriced. Or that cause a house not to sell. Price, condition, and location. Can't change location. You can work on condition, but usually that's by the time the listing goes. Price is the only thing you can control. So if you're overpriced, you're in big trouble. So maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. Sorry.
Are you done hacking?
Yeah, I am. I just got a little tickle in my throat. Anyway, so let's talk about the listings, because we've got one. We'll talk about that one in a minute. One of them is closing this week that had gone pending. That was the Battle of the Laytons. Yep. The time when we had 4 of the exact same floor plan on the exact same street in the exact same community that were all for sale. That was a wonky one. Anyway, but beautiful home. Just so happens that it was a really weird and unique situation. So let's talk about this Lakeview Preserve. This is in the Estates at Lakeview Preserve, guys. This one, absolutely love this one. This is a large Ashby floor plan. If you pay attention, if you look at things online, it is a large 1-story floor plan, 3-car garage. It is big. It is beautiful. It has a glorious kitchen, big family room, looks right out to those triple sliders. Really beautiful property. Again, it's in the Estates at Lakeview Preserve, which is in Winter Garden. And it is a gated section within a gated section. Both Taylor Morrison and Pulte were in that community. Beautiful amenities.
That house is a gem. Someone's going to get that house and be like, oh my God, I can't believe we got this house. But
see, even in some of these, if foot traffic is slower, it's head scratching. You're like, well, I don't understand. And then there's other ones where you're like, well, that's probably going to take a little bit longer to sell. And then that one gets a lot of showings. It's Very random. The one in the middle, the dual master. This is a dual master Lafayette. This is located right here in Horizon West. This is a dual master Lafayette, which is a floor plan by Meritage Homes. This is in the community of Watermark, and it is on a corner home site. It is like, 2 blocks from the amenity center. Big, beautiful home. And when I say dual master, guys, I mean it is legitimately 2 full-fledged primary suites, one on the first floor and a even bigger, better one up on the second floor. So if you have a larger family, if you have a multi-generational need, that is a really good option. Obviously, that one's $1,050,000. But is absolutely beautiful. And then the one next to it, Talashe Whopper. This is out in Howie in the Hills. Dream Finders. This is a beautiful, again, another large, a great home for a multi-generational concept. That one is 7 bedrooms, I think. It's magnificent.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous house.
By the way, video tours of all of these, if you are interested to see them, let me know.
And just quick correction, it's 1.1 for the dual master Lafayette.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Yep. Remember, because it's Wincy that's
No,
it's the other way around.
Could he just for once,
ladies and gentlemen,
let me do my job?
Never mind, I'm an idiot. Goodbye.
You are an idiot. $1,050,000 for the dual master Lafayette. Thank you very much.
Eric is wrong.
He's wrong. All right, down bottom left, Groveland 1-story. Guys, this home is $399,000. It is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home out in Claremont. It is technically Claremont. It feels like Groveland. We like to be very transparent, so we say Groveland, so you have the expectation. Not that it matters. It's literally across the line. Big, beautiful 1-story floor plan. Big, huge backyard already fenced in. Head scratcher. Why is it still there? Dr. Phillips 1-story. Now this one, remarkably crazy fast foot traffic. This is one, I just showed this one yesterday. But this one has had constant foot traffic. Again, this home was built in 1994.
Yeah, it's a little older.
It's a little bit older. Boom. I mean, that one is like just showings like cuckoo crazy. Over to the bottom right-hand corner, this is I can speak. This is it's not an investment property, but you can use it as an investment property. This is in a short-term rental community, a gated short-term rental community there in Davenport. Again, full video tours. This has a pool. Actually, we do have somebody quite interested in this. So we're going to have to see how that one pans out. We've actually got a couple of people that are, they're asking all the right questions and expressing all of the right interest. No offers in hand, but that one is also going well. And then we have, what are we doing?
Wait, hold on. 2 things. First of all, Susan says they could afford the one in the Arborwood 1-story. So Susan, why aren't you buying it and moving here?
I know. I just saw that Susan was on too. She's
she said hi from
Susan
Nebraska.
and Sarah in Nebraska. I love you guys. Big hugs.
Yep.
Going through a lot right now.
And then before you go to the other one, before you push the other button for Wincy Groves, just let me know.
Where is Wincy Groves? I don't see it. Oh, I see it now.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh. So this is the listing that just went active last Friday, I think it was. This is, guys, this is also here in Horizon West. This is in Wincy Groves, another Dream Finders community. This is are you ready? This is the Arlington with the super bonus. It is magnificent. So one of my favorite things about Dream Finders as a builder is their uncanny ability to create multiple versions of really beautiful 1-story floor plans and then creating so many different second floor bonus room options and opportunities that it's almost like you can kind of build these houses cuckoo crazy and magnificent. So this Arlington with the super bonus is exactly that. Couple of things to note. First of all, look how beautiful it is from the front. Gorgeous. Now, bottom left-hand picture, I want you to take a look to the left of that oven that you see, the wall oven. There is a window, and then there are cabinets and counters that wrap in that kitchen. That is heaven. Absolutely beautiful. That is a structural option that was added to this, and that is why everybody loves that Arlington floor plan. Very similar to the Avalon floor plan. So if you're like, oh, wait, I thought that was called the Avalon. Yes, I know. The Avalon and the Arlington, essentially the same floor plan, just called different things, same builder. Then in the middle, guys, do you like to have fun? Do you not like to go anywhere to have fun? You just want to do it in your own house?
Well, yes, Amy, I do like to have fun.
Do you? Well, let me just tell you, this home comes with everything. No, it actually has a bar. Take a look at that middle picture in the bottom. These are big Seattle Sounders fans. Is that right? Seattle Sounders fans. Big soccer family. In fact, that's how we came to know these people. Our boys both played soccer together. So they are not only clients, but they are friends. We've now helped them. This is the third time. Helped them sell their original house. We helped them when they built this house, and now they're selling this house. They're downsizing a little bit. Absolutely beautiful. So by the way, that home is only a couple years old. Like, it's not even that old. But they absolutely took that upstairs game room area. It is an enormous game room area, and they added a full-fledged bar in there. Like, behind it, you see the shelves in there. They've got the racks for all of the mugs and the glasses, and then they've got the keg, and they've got the sink, and a refrigerator. It's...
You know, Amy, it'd be lovely if we could take a closer look at that area.
Yes,
what do you think?
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh,
we
you know
got
what?
like 2 minutes of your tour. So
where's the video? Where's the video?
The next button over.
The next button. Okay, yes. So I'm going to be quiet, and you can watch this little snippet from the video
2
tour.
minutes.
About 2 minutes.
Now, this full bathroom can service that bedroom as well as any family and friends that might be hanging out in this. This is off the chart incredible. We have a lot of homes and a lot of floor plans that have these bonus areas, these game rooms. They have taken it to a new level. So think about you for a minute. Think about your family. Think about what it is that you want, why you're moving here, what kind of a house you need. How do you live in your home? This is amazing. It is the perfect spot for friends and family to gather, whether you are like my clients and you absolutely love soccer, football, or if you're just a big family that likes to have fun, you like to gather with friends and family. This space is enormous. So let's just talk about the little sections of it, shall we? So first of all, take a look at what they've done over here. So my husband's quite jealous of the fact that they have 1, 2, 3 TVs all set up so that you can be watching multiple games at a time. You could be gaming, you could be doing whatever you want. 3 TVs here. Huge area for their huge sectional that they've got, right? Plenty of space here for seating and fun to watch the big game on the big screen. Over here, they've actually got a little spot for darts, it looks like, with a nice little pub table over here. Lots of space. Tucked back over here is another table just for sitting and hanging out and having fun. Loving this. Over here, you've got a ping pong table. Think about you. Do you want ping pong? Do you want like a skee ball thing? Do you want a pool table? This space is open and you can absolutely do that here. But the absolute game changer for this home in particular is this space that they have custom added, by the way, to this. This is a true, real functioning bar, my friends. So you talk about having your keg underneath. You can have all of your preferred beverages displayed prominently back behind you. Another TV, all sorts of decor. Now, clearly, if you haven't figured it out by now, these are Seattle Sounders, big fans, diehard fans, and they have absolutely themed their room around that. But think about you. Who's your favorite team? Because you can adapt this fantastically fun space to that. But you absolutely have all sorts of counter space, cabinet space, the pub. You can have your mug of beer. You can have all sorts of mixed drinks. If you want to make this a soda bar, you can have your Fancy Jones sodas up there if you like. Point is, this is unmatched in a home with this much fun and this much space upstairs.
Okay, isn't that the most amazing upstairs? You know, one of the things when we moved here from Virginia, I always wanted our Virginia house, which was really where our kids were raised. That's really where they were little. That's where our family kind of was in that fun stage where we were growing and you know, the kids would have the birthday parties and the kids would have friends over and stuff like that. That's the kind of house I wanted back then. Oh, we didn't have it. But when you come to Florida, there's so many, and this is not just Florida, guys. It's just in my life, my reference is when we came to Florida, we noticed so many floor plans that were 2 stories had these lofts, had these bonus rooms. When I grew up, you had the room over the garage, the frog, right? The finished room over garage. Okay. You were cool, you were fancy if you had a frog. You know, our friends and neighbors had some frogs, and it was cool. That was what was considered your bonus room, your kid space, your game room, your fun zone. But it's a whole new level now when you see what the builders are doing, because they really are putting the importance in some of those communal areas for your family. And I appreciate that as a mom who really wishes I had had that when they were younger. I mean, we have that now. I think it's fantastic. I love our board game room upstairs and our media room. We just don't have any kids to put in there, but that's okay. I digress. I'll cry later. But we have the space. That is a fantastic floor plan, because remember, at its core, it is a 1-story floor plan. So your primary bedroom and 3 additional bedrooms, one of which they used as an office. So watch that full video tour. And then again, upstairs, not only is there that game room, but there's 2 more gigantic, and I mean gigantic bedrooms up there. So really beautiful floor plan, really smart. So that's definitely going to be one that you might want to keep an eye on as well if you're looking for something that's that large. You were nodding your head over there. No, you're not nodding. Anyway, so wait a minute. So Garen says, oh, you can fit a snooker table in there. Cam, I agree. What is a snooker table?
And all the cool kids say snooker.
Oh, is it snooker?
No, it's snooker, but it's
snooker?
If you were over there, you'd probably say snooker.
Deb says it's similar to billiards. Okay,
yes.
Which is pool.
Yes.
Okay, got it. We got all of our jargon down now. Cool, excellent. All right, makes sense. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yes, that room is absolutely big enough for you to have multiple areas of entertainment in there. And I'm most excited. I mean, first of all, I'm sad that they're moving because we love them dearly. And I told them, I was like, we need to not just see each other when you're selling houses because we're buying them because,
well, they're just going downtown.
They're just going downtown.
Because, I mean, they're alone. Life's making them lonely. They can always go.
Okay, moving on. All right, so the next thing we're going to is word.
Oh, now come on, Amy, tell me what's the word.
Gross. Today's word is gross. Now, so here's the thing.
I'm standing right here.
I know. So gross. We're going back to basics. When Eric and when Forrest was very little, Eric was coaching baseball, and I remember him getting one time he got a little frustrated because the kids didn't know what base to run to, and I reminded him. I said, you may know this, but sometimes you have to go back to basics and let people know and teach them from the beginning, because there are a lot of people, guys, that still don't know, they don't understand what the word contingency means. So now we're going back to basics with the word gross.
Can I intervene?
Can you interrupt me again?
To compliment you, is that okay?
Sure.
One of the actual most important things that you've ever said to me, not kidding. So like it is a life lesson that I took from that moment, and I sincerely I came back and little Freddie, remember Freddie?
Yeah, I do.
Freddie hit the ball in T-ball and he ran to third base, and I came home and I said, "What American kid doesn't know that you run to first base?" And Amy said, "Freddie." Sometimes you don't know, and that was a big moment for me where I was like, oh yeah, so
yeah,
I'm right with you on the basics. Let's get back to basics. Amy.
Yeah, we get back to basics. So, but yeah, right, because sometimes you have to go back to basics. So the term is gross, but we're really referencing gross and net and what that means. So most of you know this because you're adults and you pay your taxes, right? So you know what your gross paycheck is and what your net income is. Kind of the same thing when we do a seller's estimated net sheet, which is something that we're supposed to provide, and we do provide to our sellers when we talk about listing their home. So the gross is the full amount. The full amount. The net, and I'm the visual learner, right? So I literally picture a net, and the gross goes into the net, and then everything comes out is the net, right? So once you have the money that you make off of the sale of your home, so let's say someone buys your home for $500,000. I'm just going to throw out an easy number, $500,000. That's what they make. Someone's like, yes, I'm willing to pay $500,000 for your home. Fantastic, but they're not going to make $500,000 because out of that $500,000 that the buyer is paying for their home, they have their closing costs. They probably have their mortgage that they have to pay off. So by the time they've paid all of their closing costs, they've paid off their mortgage, now maybe that $500,000, now maybe they're actually going to net like $280,000, which for them would be huge because now the mortgage is paid off, they've paid everything else. You know what I mean? So that's the way to think about it. Gross is the full amount. Net is how much you have after everything else has been paid. Your gross paycheck, let's say you got, $1,000 for the week. Wouldn't that be nice? $1,000 for the week. And then after taxes, maybe it's not $1,000 anymore. Maybe it's $925 because now everything else has come out. So your net pay is $925. So again, gross and net, just two very simple Oh, here we go. Okay, so here you go. Here's an example of an estimated seller's net sheet. Okay, so in this net sheet, this is done for a property address where we said 925. Okay, this is perfect. So 925 is what we talked about. If we listed their home or if it came on the market at 925, by the time they paid their $600 closing fee, title insurance, municipal lien search, wire fees, title searches, doc stamps, and deeds, all of which are required closing costs, by the way. By the time they pay all of that in commissions, they sold it for $925, but their net is $875. So that's kind of the way to look at it. The gross is the big number. The net is the real number once everything else has been paid off. That's the actual number that you get to put back in your wallet or into your account. So anyway, I know that sounds silly, but we got to go back to basics sometimes.
I'll add one more just quick thing, which is
Sure.
that if you owe, let's say you have a mortgage on that house that was $925 and you still owed $400,000, your net is subtracted by that because you're going to have to pay off your mortgage.
I already said that.
Okay, but I
You were just clarifying again.
Yeah.
You didn't hear me when
Clarification.
I said clarification.
In the French.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. So you pay off your mortgage by the time all of that is done. And by the way, second mortgage, some people have lots of stuff. But at any rate, that is a really good example. This is an actual seller's estimated net sheet done by Land Trust Title that we did for clients of ours, I guess, back in January. So interesting. Okay.
That house done sold.
That done sold. It definitely sold. All right. So let me go. What else did you say we have to do? Let's do the market real quick. Because I know a lot of you, by the way, guys, we get a lot of information or a lot of messages from you guys about how helpful this is, especially what I'm going to show you next, which is super, super helpful. But let's just do a quick glance at this last week to this week. Last week was 37 days on the market. Now we're at 38. Do you see what's happening with the absorption rate? And again, this is just kind of important to know. This is in 34787 zip code specifically. This is not all of Orlando. This is just kind of one little nugget that we're kind of showing and sharing. But this, I think, is really important. If you do not already, did they subscribe to the little thingy here?
You can. I believe you can get notifications for it, but we probably should do a better job.
Watch this as it goes by. So we do these market updates. This is for the Hamlin communities: Covent, Hamlin, Overlook, Hamilton Gardens, Hamlin Ridge, Sanctuary, Lakeside, Silverleaf, and more. So this is just specifically in that area. In that village, over the last 30 days, the average single family sale was $689,500, and there were 8 total sales, and that does include bungalows, by the way. So a bungalow and a front load garage are two different. Price versus last year is up 13% just in the Hamlin village, okay?
And just for that 30-day period, year to year.
The average townhome sale for 30, and there's only been one townhome sold. I find that very, very interesting and a little concerning. But the price versus last year for those is up 7%, so that's pretty interesting. And this again is just for that one village, and we have these for each of those villages in Disney's backyard. So you should, if you like this area, if you live in this area, you want to live in this area, I think that is a really useful tool. It's a lot of great information. We are doing our best here at Heart and Home Orlando to get people in the right mindset for what the market actually looks like, for putting the real picture in front of people. And by the way, it's a great picture. It's just that people don't understand, and you've got an HOA person telling you that your house should be listed for more when they have no idea what they're talking about. And you've got neighbors like Gary's neighbor who are either personally in a situation where they are unwilling or unable to lower a price to get it more in line with what will actually sell, or it's just poor foot traffic, which we are experiencing everywhere. We are experiencing it everywhere. It is always a new and unique situation for every single home that is listed. The ones that we think will sell fast or should sell fast sometimes sit. Sometimes the ones that need the most work are the ones that sell the fastest. You just don't have a way to hand pick that buyer and to create them. You just have to do your best in marketing to find them. Yes.
Well, it's a market. So, our job is to tell you what the conditions are, not what you hope and wish they would be. The thing that makes me crazy is people that bought their house 5 years ago,
right,
and their value has increased 40%, but in the last year, it's gone down 1%.
Right.
And so then they're like, well, this is a bad time to sell. The other thing that's happening in the world right now is we are so driven by these phones.
Yes.
And there are so many people out there who make videos every single day. The market is crashing. It's not. Even if we have, when I think we showed last week, Ovation Village was the prices were down year to year by like 1%. That's not a crash. That's just a statement of what things are at the moment. And we tend to sell to people and deal with people who are looking for homes, not investments, although we help investors too. But if you need a home and you want to live here, it's important to know what the market is, not what you hope it would be.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
Yeah. And on that note, you mentioned investment, and I want us to make a note, because another one of our brewing topics I would like to be is about investment properties and what to know, what to expect when you are looking to purchase a property for investment purposes here in Florida. I think that's a really good topic. We've got quite a few clients that are leasing properties and or trying to buy or sell their own investment property. So, by the way, we have do we have blah 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 blah. Take 57. All right. Keep the subtitles underneath that. Did we talk about the other listing that's going active? We have several listings that are going active this week. Oh, it's a secret. Oh, where's my secret? Where's the secret? Oh, there, I see a secret. Okay, so speaking of those listings that we talked about before, the beautiful home and estates at Parkside, or the estates at Lakeview Preserve, sorry, the Dual Master Lafayette over in Waterbrook, or God, I can do this, Watermark, the other home over, just all of those that we have. These are 3 that are coming available this week. These will be our listings. There is a condo. Guys, this one is important, so shout this from the rooftops. We have a condo near UCF that is going to be for sale. This was a condo. These are clients of ours. We helped them buy a home. This was actually the condo that they bought for their daughter who was attending UCF. She's now graduated. She was moving on. She is now a doctor of optics. And so they are now selling that condo. So here's the key thing. When we talk about those investments, this is going to prompt this conversation about this specific one, that they used it for her residence, right? That's where she lives, so she could be close to UCF. It is zoned short-term rental, so if you want to rent that out short-term, or if you want to rent that out for a year, you can absolutely do that. So condo,
a perfect location to rent to somebody with a college student.
Absolutely. So if and by the way, I get people all the time that are looking for that. We also have a villa in Waterbrook. Okay, guys, this is in Claremont. It's a gated community. It's a Mattamy Homes community in Claremont. The villa is the smartest idea, and I wish they would build more of these in a residential community. In most cases, you see a home like this in a 55 plus. It is a villa, or I like to call them a duplex because I think it's an easier way to understand it. It's 2 units side by side, and it is it's a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath. The primary bedroom is on the first floor. There is a guest bedroom as well as a full bath on the first floor, but there is a set of stairs, a loft, a bedroom, and another bathroom. So it is a great concept for so many different family dynamics. So that is a really, really, really good one. I helped them when they purchased it. They leased it out for 2 years, a year or 2 years, I can't remember which. And now they're going to go ahead and sell that. And then we have a beautiful townhome in Davenport, also in an area that is zoned short-term rental, gated community. So nice. So anyway, we've got these 3 that are popping up.
From the nicest people. Oh my God.
Oh my God, they are the nicest people. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with them as soon as we walked in the other day. So all of these are going to be coming active here in the very near future. So we can talk a little bit about those in depth with pictures and everything next week. All right. So anything else, dear? What else?
Oh, you got your cup.
My cup.
And you got wishes.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about the 4th of July and how you guys spent yours. Honestly, it was a great day. It was the first time we've had a family get-together event with both families and both babies here for an extended period of time. We had some skewers, some kebabs, we had burgers, we had hot dogs, of course, we had macaroni salad, we had potato salad, we had baked beans, we had all sorts of fun stuff. The kids all I think they enjoyed some time here. It was really our hope that especially for the new moms and dads, that they would be able to come here, have the babies right here beside them, have Mimi and Poppy right here, but have a few moments to kind of decompress themselves, to either get in the pool or just have some more adult conversation and have the babies nearby, but perhaps in Mimi and Poppy's arms for a few minutes. Dawson was there, joined us as well. It was honestly, we had a really good time. And then it rained. It was funny because I was rocking Elsie inside. I think I had Elsie or Easton. No, I had Easton. I was holding Easton inside. Elsie was napping. And they were all sitting at that table there in the middle. And then it was like pouring down rain, but they were covered by the umbrella. So it was a Florida shower.
It was a good day, man.
It wasn't raining all day. It was actually a beautiful day, but it just happened to rain for 15, 20 minutes maybe. Anyway, so that's the way we spent our 4th. Sorry, my leg is stuck and it's cramping. Okay. So that's the way I'm old. This is the way we spent our 4th. I hope you guys enjoyed some time out there as well. You can see Daisy there. That is Daisy's favorite spot. She gets right there on the sun shelf and just enjoys that like, oh, and Daisy got groomed, by the way. She had her first grooming. Oh, the Grateful Drifter. Oddly, there were no 4th of July celebrations here in London. But I love you. It's okay.
That is so strange.
It is so strange.
Sorry about whooping your booties on October 19th, 1781 in Yorktown, Virginia.
Stop it. Shh.
Well, we did.
Well, it's okay, though. We love everyone. We're
They're still our most special relationship.
They are most special relationship, indeed. All right. So anyway, let's move ourselves on to wrap this up. I'm going to do what I'm watching, and then wishes. Let's do wishes. It's better. All right, so our wishes, we have Bart and Jean's daughter. Her name is Jennifer, by the way. So Bart and Jean and their daughter, fantastic. Congratulations to them. Doug and Donna. Okay, so their story, they built this a beautiful home by Dreamfinders, beautiful home with a pool, a little bit of some kookiness and at the very end, and they had to push the closing, and then the closing got pushed, and I didn't even know that the official closing had happened. Because it was all this last minute chaos, not in a bad way. It was just, that happens a lot with new construction, but we are so happy that Doug and Donna were able to build their beautiful dream home. Rick and Patty, same thing, super excited. They're closing the 11th. Yeah. So they're going to be closing, excuse me. Those were our sellers. So we sell one of those listings. So congratulations to them. And then we also have a picture of Doug and Donna. So look at that beautiful, happy family in their beautiful, brand spanking new, gorgeous Dreamfinders home. So excited for them. And for all of you, those of you that are with me now, that are currently under contract, Deb, and building houses right now. Those of you that have been clients that have already closed on homes, and those of you that are just anticipating the day when you get to move here. But anyway, we're super happy for all of them. It makes us super, super happy. Last thing, and then we're going to...
Well, but you have that one question.
One question. Yeah. Question, do you see the prices going up a lot more in Horizon West once the interest rates go down? I mean, again, no crystal ball. I would imagine maybe, a lot of it also has to depend on that inventory. Remember, it's not like a one reason market. It's multiple things. But I definitely think that we will see some sort of change when the interest rates go down. But whether or not that means our prices are going to go up, I don't know until our inventory is really a bigger concern at the moment.
I think you actually said that really perfectly well. That the inventory is going to be the impact because right now inventory is building. So if we get a 0.25% rate cut, but if we get a 0.5% rate cut, maybe, but then that inventory is going to be there, so people are going to have to do it. I think eventually if the inventory comes back down, we could see a spike, but don't know.
Yeah. Again, same thing. I think the inventory is really a bigger determining factor at the moment where we are. Again, different conversation in different parts of the country, but where we are specifically in Horizon West, I think that's going to... because I know I've talked to quite a few builders who are, they're drastically putting major incentives on some of these properties because they're anxious to get rid of them. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but there's a lot of these homes that need to get moving first. So, okay. Was there something else?
What are you watching?
I am. Well, I was going to do it a minute ago. Okay, so I am still watching Yellowstone, but guys, I just finished season 4 when I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. I watched an episode I may have watched 2 episodes because I was up super early with my tumblers of coffee. And I just finished season 4. So my next episode is episode 1 of season 5. So I think that's only 5 seasons. So at the moment, I don't know if there's going to be more than that. But at any rate, I'm getting ready to start season 5. And I'm loving it. And it makes me think I want to move to where there's land and horses.
And those sexy cowboys.
And those sexy cowboys.
See? So you don't deny it.
No, I'm kidding. Actually, it really is beautiful. There's so many shows and movies and documentaries, things that I watch is truly about the area that they're in, more so than the storyline. I just love the visuals. I just love that. So you can imagine how excited I was when we went to England, Ireland, and Wales to see all of that landscape was absolutely just breathtaking. So to see it in a movie or a series is one thing. To see it in real person, man, that's another. So anyway, I digress. All right, my friends. Well, we are going to get out of here on this Monday morning. As always, we are super grateful that you were attending. Anybody that wasn't paying attention, or not paying attention, but wasn't able to text, for those of you that didn't pay attention, I don't blame you. It's okay. For those of you that aren't able to comment or chat in here with us, and we know you're watching, we appreciate you as well. But figure out a way to chat with us because we want to be able to chat back. So to all of you, my Heart and Home Orlando family that joins us pretty religiously here on Monday mornings, we really do appreciate you guys. You make Monday mornings worth waking up for. So with that, I will tell you to please stay safe, stay well. Remember, we love you guys. We really, really, really do. Have a wonderful day, a great week, and I'll see you here next Monday. Bye, guys.